Angry guy here, and Pookie threatens to find me because black men hate him. Guys, if you're enjoying the content, get this channel to 100,000 subscribers by subscribing to the channel if you already haven't. Like the video and turn on notifications to never miss another video again. Now let's begin. Pookie threatens to find me because black men hate him. Let's jump into his comment. This guy is so furious. He says, "Congratulations, you played yourself." Really, Mr. Pookie Man? You failed miserably at attempting to downplay the truth about you. Lol, why did you mysteriously not show the first email I sent you about allowing the N-word on your video? That is the very first email I sent you. Yet somehow you magically did not highlight that email. You even cropped out the second email you showed. So your true racist ways made you made you double down and make a video further proving that you are everything that I said you are. It's okay though. I have both the emails. You are certainly not Midtown and are definitely not part of the manosphere. Don't you ever forget, just because you don't show your face doesn't mean we can't see you, which basically means we can't find you. Now, to be very clear, I actually did make a video regarding that. And I guess Mr. Pookie Man just wasn't aware of it, or, is not very bright. But, I mean, it could be a combination of both. But I did make a video regarding that. And Mr. Pookie Man is just extremely upset that, they are being called out and found out. The video that Mr. Pookie Man is now furious that I discussed is titled, "Pookie is Furious That Black Men Despise Him." So Mr. Pookie Man saw the video that I just put out, and he is absolutely livid about this. He's calling me all of these names. He's saying that I'm all of these things, but it's the black men who are actually raging and ranting about Pookie, Mr. Pookie, Ray Ray, Tyrone, Enrique, Quan, Miguel, Pancho, all of these guys. And of course, Chad too, because Chad is going to get what's coming to him. He's going to have to start taking care of his kids and paying his child support just like Pookie. Just like Pookie, because Pookie's not in this alone. Pookie has family. Pookie has company. Chad and Tyrone, or Pookie and Ray Ray, these are just brothers from different mothers. All of these men are going to have to start to take accountability for the things that they've done and the division and disparities they've created in these communities, and they're going to be held responsible. The government is going to begin cracking down on them because as these black men are walking away, going overseas, building their empires overseas, these passport kings, they're leaving behind Keisha and Pookie and the Sunshine Gang. And, these people are now going to have to face the consequences of their actions because these men aren't going to these communities. They're not wifing up these single mothers anymore. They're not slipping these rings on their fingers. They're not being step-up dads anymore. That's not a stepdad. That's a step-up dad. They're not doing this anymore. They're picking up, they're leaving, they're going overseas, and they're starting entirely new lineages. Like, this is a whole different world, y'all. These men are starting entirely new lineages. This is crazy stuff, but that's how the world works. They are replacing the women. They are replacing these communities. They are creating new communities. They've abandoned these communities. These black men have abandoned these communities. These are now basically the equivalent of Haiti. Like, no one wants to go there. There's like a warning, like, don't go there. Don't go there. This is a failed society. These are failed communities. And the only future for these communities, I'm just going to be real honest, is gentrification. 100% gentrification. And what that basically looks like is eventually, as real estate is becomes more and more expensive, they're just going to keep on expanding into these areas that were predominantly black, and they're just going to push these people out. people who are higher income, they're just going to push them out. And it's not a race thing, it's a wealth thing. And they're going to push all these people out of that area. Those women, those Keisha and Pookie, they're going to end up in Tent City. And don't ever forget that Tyrone is king of Tent City. So he's not going to put up with any bull in his house. When he wants to eat, he's going to eat. When he wants some loving, he's going to get some loving. And he's not going to tolerate any nonsense. And he's a big boy, so he's going to be well fed and well versed, because you don't come into his house and start creating problems and disparities in there. And Mr. Pookie Man needs to really get that through his head, that at some point in his life he's going to have to submit to some form of authority. Even though he wasn't raised that way, even though his single mother, she had that single mother energy because she was a single mother, and she raised him with that single mother energy. So now he has that single mother energy in him, and he's putting that single mother energy out into the world. It doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, it's still going to catch up to him, and he's still going to have to submit to someone. Just like when you have a dog and you have to train your dog, and your dog eventually learns that, no matter how big they are, you are bigger, you are stronger than they are, and they need to submit to you because you are the dominant, you are the pack leader, or else, and they submit, and they lay on their bellies, they lay on their backs, and they show you their belly. And that's a form of submission. What's going to happen is that Mr. Pookie Man, he's going to have to learn how to submit. He's going to have to learn how to lay on his back and show his belly and submit and show that he understands, because there are bigger and stronger men in this world. And a lot of these guys, they're kind of soft. They're soft, and they don't realize that life is hard. They think that they can run around and create disparities and create problems. And one of the biggest dangers that these men are looking for is not even the police. It's the IRS. It's the family court system, because black men are leaving, so they're not going to be step-up dads anymore. So these men, these Pookies, they're going to have to pay their child support. The government is coming for them, and they're going to collect that money off them, because what they do is they take out a loan. They take out a loan on that child support. So once they know who Pookie is, that's it. They own him. So they take out like an 18-year loan on the money that's owed, and basically Pookie now has to pay off that loan. It's a crazy system. And for so many years, other men have been stepping up and filling that void and taking care of those children that these men have been leaving behind, and they think that it's a game. But now the roosters are coming home to crow, and these men are feeling it, because these communities are basically eliminated now. And like I said, the future of these communities is that they don't have a future. The future is gentrification. And all these properties is either they're going to be remodeled and certain other people are going to move in, or they're going to be torn down and a series of new properties are going to be built there, because a lot of these houses are crap. A lot of these houses are absolute crap. So they'll just a developer will just come around, tear that entire place down. That's probably the future of Detroit too. You have a lot of problems in Detroit. They'll just tear those properties down. They'll just push all those people out, tear those properties down, and build condos and stores and Walmarts and whatever, and Targets, and they'll push all of those people out and send them straight to 10 cities. And once you go into 10 City, you don't come out of 10 City. 10 City is a very interesting place. It's a camp. And you can ask the Japanese how that feels. But the Japanese, they had to go through that back during WW2, where they had to go into these places, wrongfully, Japanese Americans, and it was a very miserable thing. And these are Japanese Americans, people who are actually American citizens, born in America, naturalized, or many of them were born in America, and that's what they experienced in Western society. And that's what these things, that's what Keisha's headed for. Keisha and her offspring, little Deshaun, is going to grow up in one of these camps, and Pookie thinks that this is a game. He thought that life wasn't going to be this way, but guess what? Nothing lasts forever. You run around, you mess around, and now you find out. And as I'm recording this video, Mr. Pookie Man is going absolutely ballistic, firing off more emails, getting angry, furious with me. How dare you? How dare you talk about me? How dare you say these things? You're a terrible person. You're a bad person. And I'm going to find out who you are. And when I find out who you are, it's going to be over. And I'm thinking to myself, Mr. Pooky Man, why are you going crazy for? We're just talking. We're just having a conversation, Mr. Pooky Man. We're just discussing the things that you're doing in society and how we can go about addressing that. But Mr. Pooky Man doesn't want that. Mr. Pooky Man thinks that he can scare people away. And Mr. Pooky Man, you don't scare anyone. You don't scare anyone, Mr. Pooky Man. Okay, you need to be humble, Mr. Pooky Man. Look at it, getting angry about this little video. Pooky is furious that black men despise him. That's not my fault they despise you. It's not my fault. You did this, Mr. Pooky Man. You created these problems. You created this disparity in these communities, Mr. Pooky Man. You owe these men an apology. But instead of getting rid of that single mother energy, instead of humbling yourself, you're acting up and you're being disrespectful and disobedient. And you really need to cut that out, Mr. Pooky Man. He sent me another email, and here's the email. I just put it up on the screen so you can see it. He said, your bachelor's degree does not mean that you have good sense. I actually have 2 masters. I have a bachelor's in business. I have a master's in health science with a specialization in health education. I also have another master's in psychology. And then, I'm a PhD dropout. I dropped out of my doctorate in public health as well as my doctorate in clinical psychology. So there's that. I could always go back and finish them up. And I was also headed towards another PhD in gerontology. Yeah, I'm highly educated, Mr. Pooky Man. Highly educated. I'm also a trained computer scientist. I know that sucks for you, Mr. Pooky Man. I've made significant amounts of money developing a variety of different technologies, Mr. Pooky Man. But let's read this. Your bachelor degree does not mean that you have good sense. Why would you show some of the email and crop out the full context of the email? Guys, I haven't cropped out anything. I'm showing you guys the full emails that Mr. Pooky Man is sending over. As if I can't show the full email. There's nothing else, guys. Mr. Pooky Man is frightened and threatened. I'm showing you the entire email. Your deep-rooted hatred for our people. Guys, it's black people who are making these comments and are furious with Mr. Pooky Man. Your deep-rooted hatred for our people is seeping through your pores and breathing. You almost sound like you're about to hyperventilate. I'm pretty calm. I feel really good right now. Your natural reaction to someone pointing out you allowing a slur was to edit that part out and attempt to disrespect them more. So how are you not a culture vulture? I didn't edit anything out. In fact, Mr. Pooky Man was saying that I should have edited out the N-word. And all the black guys said I should not have edited it out because I didn't say it. I just showed a video of black men mocking the behavior of black men of Tyrone and Pooky in society. If not a culture vulture, are you just a rat soup eating bastard who's scared to show his face? Oh, poor little Mr. Pooky Man. Or are you the dude who thinks it's easy to disrespect my people and my men and our men in particular? You think you can make money from the internet? You've done absolutely nothing but confirm you are a culture vulture. You actually admitted that is not your community in the video, in which you double down on this dumb crap. Once again, don't you ever forget, just because you don't show your face doesn't mean we can't see you. Oh my gosh, guys, do you see this? Mr. Pooky Man has threatened to find me because black men hate him. Guys, if you're enjoying this quality content, help get this channel to 100,000 subscribers so more men can see this, learn from it, and go and walk away. Join MWA and walk away. Like the video and turn on notifications to never miss another video again, guys. What do you guys think about everything that we've discussed here today? How do you feel about Mr. Pooky Man's comments? Do you think I'm too hard on Mr. Pooky Man? Do you think that Mr. Pooky Man has any valid arguments? I want to hear what you guys think. I really want to hear what the black guys think. Black guys, because, you know, it's about 50-50, but most of my subscribers are actually black guys. So black guys, let me know what you think in the comments regarding Mr. Pooky Man. Talk directly to Mr. Pooky Man and let him know how you feel. You know, if you think I'm wrong, you let me know I'm wrong. But if you don't think I'm wrong, you let me know. Let us know what you think in the comments. And Mr. Pooky Man is clearly watching these videos, so let him know. Talk directly to Mr. Pooky Man and express yourselves to Mr. Pooky Man. Like the video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you like the video, share the video. And just remember that all roads lead to MWA, men walking away. And cheers.